Thanks, guys. We're going to change topic quite a bit. Late last year, Eric Schaefer, who's on the board of the Redskins Charitable Foundation and part of our front office staff, asked me to meet with Ellen Miller. I'd heard of Ellen through the press, but I'd never had the pleasure of meeting her, and she and I met for coffee and started talking, and she shared kind of the story of the past year of her life, which was, as many of you probably already know, it's a tragic story, but I think what was most inspiring to me, and Ellen inspires me every day, is how she's taken such an incredible tragedy and turned it into this powerful motivation for change. And so as we met and discussed opportunities of how the Redskins could come together with the Smashing Walnuts Foundation to create an opportunity for a platform, I came back to the team and I suggested that we do something together. And I'm proud to say that the Redskins were all in. Everyone in this building is behind this important cause of finding a cure for childhood cancer and childhood brain cancer specifically. And so today we're here for an announcement, and I'm going to ask Ellen Miller to come forward to the podium and talk a little bit about the foundation and make the announcement of the gift that they will be providing. The Redskins are proud to be partnered with them. And Ellen Miller.
With all of the work that the Redskins have done with breast cancer, this organization and most notably the Schneiders, have long been known to be cancer awareness advocates. And now the Washington Redskins, the Schneiders, the players, and the fans are continuing with this generous spirit by supporting their youngest fans, children battling cancer. And I personally would like to thank the Redskins Foundation and the Redskins organization for honoring my daughter Gabriella and helping us to raise awareness about the prevalence of cancer. Our perfectly healthy 9-year-old daughter Gabriella was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor the size of a walnut on November 13th, 2012. Immediately after the doctors told us that, before we even had a second to assimilate that our daughter had cancer, they told us it was terminal on diagnosis and that with radiation, she would have 9 to 12 months. We told Gabriella that she had cancer, but we did not tell her that it was terminal. I told Gabriella that life is not a spectator sport. Participation is required. And let me tell you, that little girl really did participate. The first thing that we did was we went out, Gabriella went out with her dad, and we found walnuts in the shell. And every night we started the ritual of smashing walnuts, signifying smashing her tumor. And within 8.5 months of Gabriella being diagnosed, we started our foundation, the Smashing Walnuts Foundation. Quite simply, our mission is to raise awareness of the prevalence of childhood cancer and to raise money for childhood brain cancer research. And on that very happy day when we were starting our foundation, we got the news that a young friend of ours, Gavin Rupp, that Gabriella had met while she was in radiation therapy, that very day that we started Smashing Walnuts, he died from his brain cancer. And the Rupps are actually here today, their family. And as we had left signing this contract to start our foundation, Gabriella said to me, "Mom, I want our very first grant to be made in Gavin's honor." So we're gathered here today to honor not only Gabriella, but to Gavin as well. Gabriella also said that in an interview 2 weeks before she had died, she had said, "Stop talking and start doing." She called out our political officials. And those words led to the legislation of the Gabriella Miller Kids First Research Act. And this bill took money from political party conventions and moves it over to NIH for childhood disease research. So within 5 months after Gabriella died, President Obama was signing this bill into law. And now we're working to get that money allocated. So every year for 10 years, NIH will get $12.6 million to do research for childhood disease. Gabriella had also said, if I die, if I lose my battle, then my friends and my family are going to raise awareness, and we're going to win this war. And it's a tragedy to me that a 10-year-old child takes a look at cancer and says that it's a war, but that's exactly what it is. And I would like to thank the Redskins again for becoming foot soldiers in Gabriella's battle against this disease. Today is actually an incredibly significant day. Not only are we giving our first grant, but today marks 10 months since Gabriella passed. And in those 10 months, as I just said, we have gotten a bill passed that will give money for childhood disease research. And today, we have the honor and pleasure, if I could bring up Dr. Nazarian first, to talk for a quick minute about the research that he's doing. But I want to tell you the significance of what it is that he's doing. We're about to give him our very first grant, but what most people don't know is that when Gabriella died, we donated her tumor. And so this grant that we're giving to Dr. Nazarian, he's doing the research literally on Gabriella's brain. And so, again, this little girl continues to give, and he will talk for a quick moment about what the research is that he's doing with Gabriella's brain, and then we would like to present him with a check.
I want first to thank the Miller's family for all of their help supporting our research, and many other families who have joined the group to fight pediatric brain tumors. The most important thing to realize is that the type of tumor that Gabriella died from is a tumor that, even if it's diagnosed early, still has no good prognosis. Almost 100% of children diagnosed with this tumor die within 9 months of diagnosis. There has been very little research done on this type of tumor. And what we are witnessing here is that the families have come to support the research, and the children have come forward to also donate their tumors for us. Both of these have been missing before. That's why the research has not been done. The type of research that we are doing with this particular fund is to understand the molecular biology of the tumor. We know zero about this tumor. We want to know why and how this tumor spreads throughout the brain, and when can we stop it, and what is the molecular function of it that makes it so lethal and makes it so different from other type of tumors, including adult brain tumors. So these are incremental steps that we are hoping that will shed light into our understanding of these tumors and other pediatric brain tumors.
So Smashing Walnuts Foundation would like to present our very first grant to Dr. Nazarian for $100,000. And this is in honor and memory of our daughter, Gabriella, and our good friend, Gavin Rupp.